Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to be discussing however many rules I can come up with that the NHL should change or add or take away. Just basically transactions, maybe? No, I'm not going to use that word. Altering the rule book. Alterations to the rule book that they should make. I think that's what I'm going to call it. Here's the first one. Oh my god, these NHL referees in the playoffs. Holy fucking crap. Where did this come from? They've been great in the regular season. They were great in the past playoffs. They've been great basically every single other year. And then this year, it just became like a fucking monkey trying to do rocket science to call any kind of penalty whatsoever. Comment if you guys agree, because this is unacceptable for a league of that caliber. For a league that prides themselves on being the best in league, the referees sure are not, apparently. Because I watch ECHL games an awful lot, and these guys, they're acting like ECHL referees, but I've seen fucking SPHL referees come up to the ECHL and do a better job than these dumbasses. Like, it's just like, okay, get a fucking hold of yourself, NHL. Tell these referees to cut the shit, watch the game, and do their job, or they will be fired. Or maybe you could just hit them with a lawsuit, or suspend them, and fine them. I'd be fine if any league wanted to suspend and fine a referee for a certain number of games and a certain number of money to make a point of cut the crap. I'd be 100% behind them. However, the suspension and fine, it has to be a not like unusual. Like, a referee can't just like miss one like not obvious call. Like maybe a hockey referee misses a slash, or a slash that was to the leg when the play was skating to the other side of the end. To the other side of the rink. No, you can't find suspended referee for that. But like bullshit, like the Cody Eakin stuff and some of the stuff that is happening in the NHL, that is suspension and fine caliber. So enough ranting about that. I could go on and on about that. If you guys want me to do a video ranting about the NHL referee situation, comment down below. But here's my solution to that. I propose that they have an officiating grievance association. Well, they make like a union type thing, and this is kind of going to be like a smaller version of the idea that I proposed in a way earlier video. I think the title was "My Solution to Combating Bad Refereeing in Sports." Go and watch that if you want. I'm not going to force you to, but this is basically a smaller version of that. There will be representatives for the referees, for the fans, for the coaches, and for the players, and then for like GMs, for the owners, and they will all come together and there's going to be one representative per team, per all of those categories, and they will all meet in like a little meeting area, and they will review film on referee plays that are brought up to them, like as long as they wait their turn, any one of the representatives can come up and want them to look at something. They'll look at it, and then every single one of them will take a vote of, okay, was this a wrong call or not? If it's a wrong call, what should we do? Should we fine, suspend them, do nothing, give them a warning? You know, that kind of stuff. Like, kind of a democracy. I'm gonna say, the objects, well, you know, you guys know what I mean. Who they are representing, they can email or call up their representative and be like, hey, could you bring this up at the next meeting and have this looked at, because it is a very questionable call. And then they, and they would, and instead of the NHL itself giving discipline to the officials, this association would do that for them. Take some of the burden off of the NHL owners and the whoever the hell is giving these referees, their jobs and punishments, so that those people can focus on something else, can focus their time on something else. I think that's a good middle ground situation. Comment if you guys think otherwise, or if you guys want to add something to that, or or something along those lines. Like add, you don't agree. Like, here's the next one. Get fucking rid of offside reviews, or allow everything to be reviewed for a goal, not just like certain goals. Like, allow hand passes to be reviewed. Basically, allow us to review all, or just goals. All, or just certain, or just goals within a certain time frame of the game ending. Basically, all or nothing is what I'm saying here. Like, I don't want nothing, because replay does help a little bit, but I think it should be an all or very, very limited approach, because this is just like, what the fuck are you guys thinking? Either get rid of replay entirely, or let us review everything that the coaches or the players may challenge. I think that is a reasonable rule to have. That is a reasonable thing to do. Because that Jordan Bennington thing, that was a fucking hand pass, clear as day. They couldn't review it because it wasn't a distinct kicking motion that they were reviewing, so they could not review the hand pass. That's what I'm saying, all or nothing. It's ridiculous, and it's getting on my nerves how much common sense these hockey leagues and these sports leagues don't have when it comes to making rules. Like the NFL's ref and the passer rule. The NFL's ref and the kicker rule. The AHL's fight rule, where if you get more than 5 fighting majors in a season, you're automatically suspended 1 game. Then each fighting major after that, you will get suspended an additional game. That's just stupid. And yes, I do get that you're trying to protect players, but that's not the way to do it. Find something because fighting, this is towards the AHL, don't fucking target fighting like that, because you're just taking away a fan base there. When they're messing with fighting like this, I feel like they are messing with the identity of hockey. Yes, okay? Yes. So, moving on to the third one. I think that they should add a power play time clock. Hear me out before, and after you hear me out, then you can put in the comments whether you agree or disagree, or have some reservations about it. I think that they should add a 60-second shot clock on the power play. So, and if you don't get a shot off within 60 seconds, the play is blown dead, and as a small penalty, the puck will be brought down to the power play's end, and the power play will have to do a defensive face-off. I think that's reasonable, because I'm getting really tired of seeing my favorite NHL teams and my favorite hockey teams in general pass the puck way too much in a power play. And if the puck goes out, or a shot is fired, or something within range of the net does go, that will if it's in range of the net, that will be counted as a shot. Then that clock will reset, and it's kind of like a basketball, only you don't lose possession. I think that that's a reasonable rule to have, to kind of like speed up the game a little bit, kind of make it more entertaining for the fans, kind of get a better on-ice product. So yeah, now that you've heard me out, go ahead and feel free to put anything in the comments about that you wish. Just remember that I do delete negative comments, because I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. I love my life. But if if it's a negative comment like "you fucking suck," I'm gonna delete that. But if it's a negative comment, but with constructive criticism, like, okay, this was bad, this was sucky, but you can improve that by doing this and this, I will happily keep that in there, and I will take that into consideration very happily if you're like making it a constructive criticism kind of thing. But this just like "you suck," I'm gonna delete it. So the next rule is just this shouldn't be a fucking rule in general. Like, what was the NHL thinking? Have you ever like that on that offsides rule? It's just like, oh my gosh. Wow. It's just really irritating, because I think that it should not be called offsides unless the skate is completely over or the puck is completely over the line. I think that's a reasonable call for an offsides. Not is your skate on the blue. I think that the skate would have to be over the blue. Okay, it's kind of like when you're trying to cross the finish line in NASCAR. The one that notices crosses, not starts to cross. The one that actually crosses to the end of the finish line wins the race. I think that it has to cross to the other end of that blue line, of that big ass blue line, to be considered offsides. Reasonable thinking, right? With that being said, I thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. If you have any video ideas, suggestions, or questions, please put them down in the comments. Put what you thought of any of these rules in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, and I will officially see you next time.